I mean, it's a really nice looking book. The only real negative or like that you could even really give to it is that the skull on this one is kind of yellowed. It's not as white as what you see with a lot of the other copies that I've seen of Punch Comics number 12. And I'll say this, like even my copy of Punch Comics number 12, which is in this box right here, which I thought I might open tonight. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, mine finally came in. But as even mine has and it's a low grade, has a whiter skull than that one. So I thought that might hurt a little bit, but it went for almost exactly what I thought. I had it going for 200,000, went for 204,000.
2,000 years later.
So I guess I'll open this book. I mean, I wasn't sure if I was going to. I don't know if anybody, like how many people in the chat were here when I mentioned this before, but my Punch Comics number 12 is in here, and I haven't opened it yet. So I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this book now. So this I picked up this book from Comic Connect. I bid on it while we were streaming, and basically trying to host the stream while also attempting to bid and not showing everything that I was doing, because those Comic Connect auctions, like at least with Heritage, like when I'm doing a live, the Heritage auctions, like it counts down like 5 or 10 seconds and it's over. But with Comic Connect, it was it's 3 minutes. So every new bid was another 3 minutes. So yeah, lots of bubble wrap in there. And then we've got, it looks like it's inside of some cardboard as well. So yeah, this is a book that, like, I had actually started getting like a little bit down on the book for a while, because I didn't think I was ever going to be able to get a copy of it, because this is another one of those where I needed it to be a low grade copy, because and really low grade, like even low grade copies are extremely expensive for this book. And so I needed it to be like a really low grade copy. Oh yeah, I'll put myself back on full screen. There you go. All right, so I needed it to be a really low grade copy, and yeah, thanks for mentioning that. So yeah, I needed it to be a really low grade copy, because I mean, even 2.5s go for over $20,000. It is one of the and I don't really call it pre-code horror book, even though you might I mean, you might be right calling it that, but it's much more of a crime book than a pre-code horror book. It's got the skull cover, and so a lot of people will kind of like, you could kind of like default say it's a horror book, but to me, it's a lot more on the crime side. So yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm very excited about getting this book. This is definitely on my keeper list, and yeah, looks great. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to bug me a little bit, that I might need to send it in to get reslabbed. I might do it. I don't know, because there's like, I'll show you about it. But so here it is. This is Punch Comics number 12. Like the skull cover from the Golden Age. As what I refer to this one as. And I mean, yeah, the whites on the skull look real great. It's a 1.5. It's got a few little pieces missing out of the edges, but I mean, I think they look great on here. Like, I mean, they actually look good on the cover with this. And the important thing is, like, the main art is all there. You've got the skull, you've got the battle that's going on there. You've got this, like the woman down on the bottom here. I mean, it looks great. Like, it looks really good. Back cover, looks fine. Like, only a little piece missing out of the bottom corner down here. And then we've got, I don't remember if these Comic Connect stickers come off very easily. Yeah, these ones seem to come off pretty easily. But the one little thing that I'm noticing in here, and so which is why I may send this one in to get reslabbed, is there's like, I don't know if it'll come up on this camera. because this is a really not a great camera. It's like a live stream camera, but there's like a tiny piece of plastic inside the case there. Like, of all the books, you know, like to have that tiny bit of, like, normally I don't care about that stuff, but I'm like, it's like a $15,000 comic. It's one of the most expensive things I own. And to have that little piece of plastic in there right on the skull in the middle. I feel like I might, it's only $50 to get it, you know, plus the shipping. Like when I send something in next, I'll probably just send it in to get that redone. But yeah, because there's just like, I don't think it'll come out on camera, but there's this like little piece of triangle of plastic, like right there, that made its way into the case. But still, I'm very happy with this book. Like I'm definitely excited on this one. I've been saying earlier, like I've been getting kind of down on it, and I was like kind of telling myself, I'm like, I don't like this book anymore. I don't want it because I just felt like I had to say that to myself because I didn't think it was going to be possible to pick one up. And then I saw, you know, this one came up on that Comic Connect auction, a 1.5. Like that's kind of like the max grade that I was willing to be able to go for, that I felt I could go for. And I was able to pick this one up, but I'm real happy about that. I mean, yeah, awesome. So we got two of my new keeper books here. I've got that one I showed earlier, you know, the Phantom Lady 17, the 2.5, and then the Punch Comics 12, the 1.5. So these are the two newest keeper book additions to my collection. The Phantom Lady 17 was the most expensive raw book I have ever bought. I was definitely nervous when I was sending that one in, even though I trust the person I bought it from. They're, you know, very good about checking restoration. I checked it. But until you have, you know, that universal mark, you know, on when they're grading it, like you don't know for sure. And so I was nervous until I saw that. I was very happy when I saw that on there. So very excited to add those two books as two new keeper books to my PC or, you know, keeper list collection. I'm planning on so your comment down here, time for a new keeper video. I'm planning on doing that. I was waiting for these two books actually to get in, the Phantom Lady 17 because I had sent it in for grading, and then the Punch 12 because I was waiting for it to show up. It took about a month for that Punch 12 to get here. So but yes, I am planning on filming a new keeper list video. It is currently at 21 books because I wanted at 20, but I haven't been able to cut a book yet. I might not. I might keep it at 21 for now, you know, but yeah, I'm torn right now on cutting one. There's a couple that I've considered that I could, but I don't really want to. So it's kind of stuck at 21 at the moment. But yeah, so there's some comments here, like the keeper books are getting crazy. Yeah, so that's why my keeper list has plummeted in number so much. Like at one point, I think last year, maybe around last year, it was up around 100, maybe even a little before last year. It was around 100, and then I cut it to 50, and then I cut it to 35, and then I cut it to, it was 20, but it's at 21 right now. And it's because as the books values have gone up, I've had to like get rid of other books to justify trying to keep them. So yeah, keeper books have been getting I feel like some pretty cool stuff. I'm very excited about it. I'm like, low grade. That's all I can get. But yeah, I'm happy to have those books. Yeah, no, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm real excited about getting that Punch 12. I did not think that one was going to happen. I mean, especially because like you see things like that Nicolas Cage copy, you know, like a 5.5 going, or a 5.0 or 5.5 going for like 90,000, and you're just like, oh, like they just keep getting more and more expensive. And it's one of those where I just decided it's time to bite the bullet. That was the same thing with the Phantom Lady 17. You know, the opportunity came up on an Instagram live sale. You know, like I definitely was not expecting to see a Phantom Lady 17 on that Instagram live sale. And that was the situation where I had the money at that moment. And that came up, I made an offer and we made a deal on it. And it's just like, I decided like there's certain books like that you just kind of have to go for, if you want to get them, you can't wait for the perfect moment and you gotta, kind of gotta go for it. And that's what I did with that Punch 12 and the Phantom Lady 17. So super happy with that. It's tough. People have asked how I went through and cut books, and it was basically just like I effectively just like pitted like each book against one another. Like I would go down the list and I'd be like, do I like this book more or this book more? And then just kept doing that over and over and over and over again until I started cutting things out. Now, earlier on, back when my keeper list was around like 100 books, a lot of those books were like there were some moderns in there. There were, Bronze Age, Silver Age. And that's when, like for the keeper books, I just went with that. I could get those books back if I wanted to easily. Now, any book you can generally get back, especially if you have enough money and all that. Like if you went to like Vincent at Comic Connect and you're like, I have, $1 million, find me these books, like you'll get those books like that's, but for most people, that isn't an option. Like myself included, like I'm always trying to find a good price when the books I buy, even the keeper books. And, but I just, as I started going through it, I'm like, if I want to get back, like these Silver Age books or Bronze Age books, I know I can. Whereas, like a book like Punch 12, like I've been looking for a copy like that I could afford, that went for the price that was I could justify for years, like for years. And so like that's the type of thing where like I've owned multiple copies of ASM 129, because you can get those. But like Punch Comics number 12, like that's one where, yeah, I mean, if I had enough money, you could just go and buy like that 8.0 when it came up for sale or whatever. But most people, that isn't the case. And so that's why my keeper list is now 20 Golden Age books and Amazing Fantasy 15. So that is the only non-Golden Age book that is currently on my keeper list, is that 0.5 Amazing Fantasy 15. I did used to have a Bronze Age book on there. I have a 7.0 Star Wars 1 35-cent variant, and that one was on my keeper list, but I ended up cutting it. Not an easy decision to cut that one, but I did end up cutting that from the list.